Thank goodness it's Friday, and thank you for watching Mid-Morning this Friday. In the 2012 election, 52% of Americans who were eligible to vote only cast a ballot. Only 52%.
Yeah, 48% didn't. Almost half of people over the age of 18 took a pass, didn't make their voices heard when it came to picking the president of our country. Maybe even more importantly, they didn't vote on who their state rep was going to be or who their mayor or city council. It's those down ballot races that I think a lot of us look at and say, like, wow, that's where you have an impact. But so there is research out there. You went looking for answers on why it is that people are choosing not to vote.
So the Census Bureau, after all the elections, goes about and asks people, well, why didn't you vote? Because they want to get an idea of every state has a different voting system. Obviously, Minnesota's voters registration is a lot different than other states, and so it makes it's a little bit easier to vote here than other states. But the big issue, the big reason people gave, they were too busy.
Like the day of or leading up to?
I wonder
or both?
about that. I mean, they didn't specify what that is, but it was interesting. I talked with someone yesterday, and he said, look, I'm too busy now to learn about all the candidates, and so I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to be irresponsible with my vote, he said. So I wonder if it's some people say they're just too busy to learn or they're too busy on that day. I don't have a good sense of
I do think that it can be challenging, because even I was just trying to go through and just kind of look at, okay, what exactly is going to be on my personal ballot when I pop in there? And it's a little bit harder, I think, to just go, to kind of sift through everything and find out. So I can understand how that could take quite a bit of time to feel like you're educated.
Yeah, busy on the day, you should be able, if you're in town, I mean, your workplace has to let you out if you're not able to work in your, go vote in your off hours.
Right, and think about it, we've been able to vote here in Minnesota, and a lot of people have, or with early voting for several weeks
Very
now.
different though, this election.
This time,
it'll be interesting to see what the results are the next time they have
So you can go into Hennepin County, Ramsey County, any county and vote. You can also get an absentee ballot for no reason.
Too busy to learn, though, I think is really interesting and very valid. I mean, you can pay attention to the presidential race, but you start going down. I mean, do people know who their U.S. congressmen
and all the
city councils, the school boards,
it's so much to go through. I wonder if there are steps that need to be taken to make things a little bit easier.
True.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who would be responsible for that.
You are the voter. You have to work to learn it.
But if it takes this long and we're seeing 48% of people not turn out because of that, maybe that is something that we need to look at.
Or maybe that's okay. Maybe they shouldn't be
voting. And people also say they're not interested. There's some people that are ill or have a disability. Then they don't like the candidates, they're out of town, they have registration problems, or they simply forgot.
What do you think about that, don't like the candidates? What are we going to see with that this year?
I asked that question of people out on the street because I was wondering, are more people or fewer people going to vote? And I got about like a 50-50 mix. Some people thought, okay, a lot more people are going to vote, and some people thought everyone was just really turned off by this election, that fewer people would vote.
And they just weren't going to do it. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what actually happens come election day.
Right.
I do think it's interesting that this idea of creating obstacles or eliminating obstacles to voting has become so political. Because you would think no matter what, like, we want to make it as easy as possible for people who do want to vote to go out and do it.
Well, Minnesota has
legitimately and honestly
has one of the highest ratings of voters.
Well, maybe the rest of the state should look at us, what we're doing right.
Always.
Always. With everything that we do.